Hi, my name is Angela. I'm going to be performing some palpations on the muscles of the arm today. And the first one I'm going to do is the brachialis. And the brachialis is located on the anterior surface of the upper arm. And it originates on the anterior surface of the upper arm towards the distal half of the humerus. It inserts on the coronoid process and the ulnar tuberosity of the ulna. And so the best way to feel this, I put the person's hand in a slight, put the person's hand in supination, and I have them push up against me. And so go ahead and push up. And the one thing you need to remember is that the brachialis, go ahead and relax. The brachialis is located deep to the biceps brachii. The biceps brachii are on top of the brachialis. And so when we have the person flex, the biceps will actually contract and curl up. And at that base, just at the base of that point, you'll be able to feel the brachialis because it'll be contracting as well. This muscle, I didn't know if I said, but it is responsible for elbow flexion. So I'm going to have him go ahead and relax your arm. Okay, all muscles are soft. And now go ahead and push up against my hand. Now I feel the base of the biceps pulling up out of the way, and just underneath that, go ahead and relax. Okay, it's soft again. Now go ahead and push up again. I feel the brachialis contracting. Okay, and now the next one we're going to do is the Brachioradialis. And the Brachioradialis originates off the lateral supracondylar ridge of the humerus, and it inserts on the styloid process of the radius. And so its action is also elbow flexion. And the best way to palpate that is to put the person sort of in a handshake position and to have them push up against you. And so let me just get in the area. I'm going to have you go ahead and push up against me. Okay, relax. And push up. Okay, and you can actually feel the muscle contracting. Relax. Push up. Yes. Okay, so that was the brachioradialis. And now the next one we're going to do is the biceps brachii. The biceps are located on the anterior surface of the upper arm as well. And there's two heads. The long head originates on the supraglenoid tubercle of the scapula, and the short head originates on the coracoid process of the scapula. And they insert down at the radial tuberosity of the radius. And they're responsible for elbow flexion as well as forearm supination. And so what we're going to do here, I'm going to put his hand in a supine position, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to have him flex up against me. Go ahead, relax first, and then go ahead and push. Relax. Give me all the weight of your hands. And let it get soft, and then now push. And you can visibly see and feel the biceps contracting. And the next one after that is going to be the triceps. So I'm going to have you, can you turn around for me, please? Okay, so let's get like this. So the triceps, located on the anterior surface of the humerus. There are three heads to the triceps, and the first one is the long head. It is the most medial of the three heads of the triceps. It originates on the infraglenoid tubercle of the scapula and inserts the olecranon process. And it is responsible, the triceps as a whole is responsible for elbow extension. And so what I'm going to have him do is extend his elbow against resistance against me. So if you can push, please. Okay, go ahead and relax. Just get it kind of soft. Now go ahead and push and relax. Push, and I can feel the long head contracting. The next one is the lateral head of the triceps, and that muscle head originates inferior to the greater tubercle of the humerus on the posterior surface, and it inserts also on the olecranon process of the ulna. Again, it is responsible for elbow extension. So I'm just gonna have you relax. Now push against me, please. Okay, relax. Now push, and I can feel that. Relax. Now push. I can feel it contracting here. Okay, and the third one is the medial head of the triceps, and that is located practically in between both the long head and the lateral head. It originates on the posterior surface of the humerus, and it also inserts down on the olecranon process of the ulna. Again, responsible for elbow extension. And so the best way to find that, can you push against me, please? Okay, relax. Okay, now can you go ahead and extend your elbow? Now there's a part where the long head and the lateral head kind of form a V down here. And so right in between that portion, go ahead and relax now. Put my fingers in that area, go ahead and push, is where the medial head will kind of, it protrudes through that point of a upside down V, and relax. Go ahead and push, and you can feel the medial head contracting. Okay, and after that, go ahead and turn back around for me. We're going to do the Pronator Teres, and the Pronator Teres is responsible for forearm pronation, as well as it assists with elbow flexion. So what we're going to do here, is the Pronator Teres originates on the medial epicondyle of the humerus over here, as well as the coronoid process of the ulna, and it inserts down over here at the lateral surface of the radius at about its midpoint. And so what we want to do when palpating this is we don't want to grab them by the hand, because that can inadvertently activate other flexors, and we don't want to do that. So I'm going to have him extend his fingers as much as possible and kind of relax, though it's kind of tricky. And so what I'm going to want him to do is to pronate his hand turn his hand over and pronate his hand against slight resistance. So let me just get over here. Can you go ahead and turn your hand over? Okay, relax. Turn your hand over. Relax. Turn your hand over. Okay. Relax. Turn your hand over. And I can see it here, from here to here, and I can feel it contracting. Pronator Teres. Okay, and after the Pronator Teres, we're going to go over the, the Flexor Carpi Ulnaris. And the Flexor Carpi Ulnaris originates on the medial epicondyle of the humerus, and it inserts down on the pisiform and the base of the fifth metacarpal. And so it is responsible for ulnar deviation as well as wrist flexion. So the best way to do that is to have the person ulnar deviate against slight resistance. And so let me just have you relax a little bit, relax your hand. Okay, now can you push against me? And I can feel and see the muscle contracting. Relax. Okay, push. There you go. That is the Flexor Carpi Ulnaris. And the one after that we're going to palpate is going to be the Flexor Carpi Radialis. The Flexor Carpi Radialis also originates off of the medial epicondyle of the humerus, and it inserts at the base of the second and third metacarpal. And it is responsible for radial deviation as well as wrist flexion. And the best way to palpate that is to have the person radially deviate against slight pressure. So what you can do is put them into a slight ulnar deviation and then have them push against you. So go ahead and relax a little bit for me, and then push against me, please. Okay, relax. Push. Relax. And push. Now I can feel the muscle contracting. Okay, and after that, we're going to go over the Palmaris longus, and the Palmaris longus originates also at the medial epicondyle of the humerus, excuse me, and it inserts on the palmar fascia, the palm of the hand. And so the best way to palpate that is to have the person push their thumb and pinky together, and then have them slightly flex their wrist. So if you can do that, push your thumb and pinky together, and then slightly flex their wrist. And on him, it's quite prominent. You can see this tendon here. It's bulging up in the middle of the wrist. And I've heard that some people either don't have this or it's not visible. But on most people, you should be able to palpate it quite easily. It's one of the easier things to find. And it is responsible, this Palmaris longus is responsible for assisting with wrist flexion. So that's all the palpations I have for today. Thank you. Have a good day.